This video is made for adult collectors because this dinosaur is expensive.
My phone did.
Nice. Hi.
Hi.
So
What'd you get?
here's Grimlock.
Okay.
I love the slash. So I've been told this packaging is mostly final. The robot is final.
Okay.
Packaging itself is mostly final. And I noticed this. There's a switch here. If I flip this switch,
Yeah.
I'm gonna unlock these. Can you unlock the two latches at the other side?
Okay, done.
Okay.
Should I
Now.
leave it open?
3, 2, 1.
Wow. Holy crap. Wow, that's impressive.
Cool. Wait, okay, so this is the limited edition one according to the box. So he comes with a coin, the books, Grimlock. God, that looks so good.
Wow, that's impressive.
Doesn't that look like the masterpiece?
It does, actually.
Holy moly.
That's the books. Oop, things back in again. Stab you.
Gee, thanks.
No, I wouldn't do it to you on purpose. What's
That's
this?
probably the charging brick.
Okay, yeah, that's right.
There's his gun. Oh, he comes with
more
his
teeth.
crown.
Is that his teeth or crown?
That's a crown.
Oh, wow.
He's also got a quote on the box which says, among the winners... No, the box behind you where I'm pointing.
Oh. This box here?
Yes, you're hiding the quote. Among the winners, there is no room for the weak.
That's good. Good quote.
All right, anyways, I'm going to take him out now. Here's the voice clip again.
Grimlock stronger. Meet Grimlock must bleed.
So Robosen just revealed this, the mighty Grimlock. Grimlock here is their latest figure in their now large line of Transformers products. Like, they have quite a few. Grimlock costs $1,500, which is a lot. But I'll talk about price later, because right now I want to show you this Grimlock next to MPO1. I just think that looks cool. Anyways, the Robosen one looks so much like the masterpiece Grimlock. It's a very nice display piece in dinosaur mode, because in robot mode it doesn't stand by itself. Pain. But I love how this toy looks. The clear neck, the gold chrome, the silver chrome. It's such a nice thing because I prefer the toy over tuned look personally for the Dinobots. This is the limited edition one. So it comes with a coin in like this MP styled case. Another masterpiece detail. I just think it looks so cool. When I went to write this, I put it on my desk and I just kept looking at it and not writing anything because it's so visually appealing. There is a proper way to pick this guy up in dinosaur mode too. You sort of just like scoop underneath his like grundle area, for lack of a better term, and pick him up, because if you pick him up from anywhere else he will start to transform, because nothing, like, it's a robot, nothing stays tabbed together. I love all the tooling. On Prime and B there's hardly any detail. On Rise of the Beast Prime, that's a movie thing, so that makes sense, but on this they went full toy and got almost all the details in the sculpt, and it looks very nice. It's visually appealing, and just your eyes immediately go to him if you put all of the Robosen things together. The neck specifically, seeing all the pistons and the wire details under that clear neck is so cool. And I like how they opted for a clear chest plate over the tinted one, because you can see the Autobot symbol underneath. I like that personally. From every angle, this just looks epic. Nothing feels like a dead zone on this guy when it comes to detail, unlike Prime and B. Alright, I'm up here. Hi, let's turn it on. If my voice sounds a bit hoarse, it's because TFCon and all that stuff was this weekend and I was speaking a lot. Anyways. Let's get his PP open and press his PP button. I'll hold it down till he turns on. I've turned the volume down on this a little bit, but it does go really hot. Like, it was extremely loud out of the box. So, yeah, I've quieted it down a bit for my own sanity. I'll turn the volume up on the thing, though, when it starts speaking anyways. Couple of specs I should get through before I get anything out of the way. I don't think I was told the size of the battery, but it is bigger than the last two Robosen things I looked at. And it comes with a USB-C to C cable with a 30-watt fast charging brick, so it's got the faster charging, which is really nice. I also use that brick now to charge my phone, so, you know, useful USB Type-C. Come on, Apple. Anyways, let's get him transformed. And this looks amazing. And I have to flip him this way so you can see everything that happens, because there's a lot of stuff that happens back there. Hey, Grimlock.
Yes, we go.
Transform.
It's extinction time.
And there he is. Now, listen. If you hear that, that's the motors whirring, the servos moving on the inside to keep him stable, and they are very loud because there's so much stuff that moves, right? There's like all the backpack stuff. This has the most amount of motors, or servos, I should say, than any other Robosen product that they've put out so far. So there's a lot going on, and it's trying to keep him standing, and so it's really loud. Like it's uncomfortably loud sometimes if you're sitting in a quiet room with this thing, like my office downstairs, and he's standing there and he's making this noise. He has no articulation because he won't stand if I'm not turning him off, but he'll just flop. But the head is manually rotatable. It goes side to side, up and down. I was not expecting that at all. I was expecting it to be stationary like the Optimus Prime, but no, it's fully, like, it just reminds me so much of the Masterpiece. And look, that works. I don't think MP10 or MP44 work with this guy, but MP01 I think looks awesome next to him, because like that's just too small. But that I think looks very, very cool. Old Masterpiece stuff I think works well with Grimlock here. Hey Grimlock,
Yes, we go.
transform.
I am Dino Mighty.
That was I love the way that this works. Ruby, you got your ball. Do you want to see the dinosaur? Oh, come here. Watch this. Let's turn it on. Ruby, dinosaur.
Meet Grimlock stronger. Meet Grimlock must bleed.
She does not care. Hey Grimlock,
Yes, we go.
charge.
Grimlock say, no way.
Look, Ruby. Hey Grimlock,
Yes, we go.
transform.
It's extinction time.
She's like, what the hell is happening? One thing I also forgot to write in the script that I'm going to do right now is he is blast effect compatible. Yeah, his mouth. So when you open it, when he's off, there's the LED that lights up, but it is a 5mm peg. So you can or port, sorry. So you can take blast effects and plug them in to his mouth. That one doesn't look that great, but last night Megatron, boom. That's cool. I really wish you could use these when he was on doing his sort of like flame effect thing that the app does, but his mouth opens and closes during that time, so you can't put this in there, otherwise the mouth doesn't close all the way and it'll go, jaw is stuck, reboot to restore, you know, that whole thing. But it is blast effect compatible. I like that. Give me that back. So the robot mode looks superb. It's just a bigger, chunkier Masterpiece, but it works and it scales with MP guys, sort of. Like I said, he's too big for regular Masterpiece, but like MP01, I think they look very good together. I'm going to display these together. But yeah, that's my biggest problem. He does not stand when off. I don't know how that safety leak was able to get him to stand, because if he's off, there he goes. It's a huge shame because I'd love to display this guy in robot mode, but oh well. The level of detail on this guy is super nice, but like there's no new details revealed in robot mode except for like maybe the back of his wings and the hands. He does come with stuff. He has a sword and a gun, both of which have hidden switches and light up, though I wish the sword had like a metal handle or something. That would have been nice. Now, the actions. He does do some stuff. Alright, so there are, obviously there's an app and there's voice commands, so we'll do a couple voice commands first. Hey Grimlock. Hey Grimlock.
Yes,
Engage. Is that one? No, it's attack. There we go.
Grimlock. Back break.
There's a whole list of voice commands. I'm not going to go through them all because they're the same as they are on the app or like they're in the manual. But the app here it is. This is a pre-production version of the app. Just as a heads up, because focus on the phone because the mini theater and stuff actually doesn't work, at least for me. So yeah, this is a pre-production Android version of the app. There's an iOS version as well that could be further along.
Bluetooth connection successful.
It could be further along than the Android one. I don't know. Also, I don't know if you noticed that there. When I connected him to the phone, it wasn't the usual Robosen like robot person saying it. It was actually the voice actor who does Grimlock here, who I don't know who it is, but they sound really close to Greg Berger, which is really cool. Anyways, there's a whole bunch of stuff in the app here, like mini theater. It doesn't show the pictures, and when I click on solo play, it doesn't load it. It's not there. We have remote control, which I'm going to take the weapons out of his hands for this. Turn that off. Turn that off.
Grimlock. Bluetooth is disconnected and voice recognition is restored.
He does disconnect every now and then, which is a bit annoying. Let's reconnect that. Connect.
Grimlock. Bluetooth connection successful.
I just want to use the remote control. There we go. He could walk. And what you can do in the settings is you can change the volume, but you can also change the walking speed from slow speed to fast. I have it slow speed because I don't want him falling off the desk accidentally. But you can change the speed of his walking, which is really cool. There's a sword swinging thing, which his sword is not in his hand. There's also, let's put the gun in his hand for this one. There's a shooty. So that's cool, but so the reason I left the crown, get out of the hand. The reason I left the crown on his head is because he can transform while wearing it. So we'll press the transformation button. That's not the transformation, that's the transformation button. There we go. See, the crown is on his head. Now, one thing he does do once in a while, and I'm assuming this can be just fixed with software update on the app itself. Because again, this toy is the final, but the app is not final. The head will sometimes it'll do that. It'll just sit there and start twitching so much that I have to like do another action to get it to stop or turn it off. Because it just, like if I so much as touch it right now, it twitches a little bit. So it's a bit strange. But let's get into some of the actions. So there are dinosaur actions. You can't really see that. Come on. There are dinosaur actions and there are robot actions. So let's do a couple dinosaur ones, like save Cybertron. Oh god. He's approaching the edge of the desk. That was Save Cybertron. We got I just noticed there's one called farting. Hang on, let's do this. Bro really looked for anybody and then farted. That was awesome. Anyways, let's do some robot actions like there is a happy birthday function. Yeah, so there's plenty of different things to do. Plus, as usual, there will be more to download later on, especially once this app becomes available. There's the create function, which also doesn't like to work on my copy of the app, but you'll be able to like program it to do whatever you want. Like hit the gritty, except every time I tried to hit the gritty with Bumblebee, the app would crash because the gritty was just too powerful. So back to that price. It's $1,500. That's a lot of money. And the market for these things is strange, but here's what I've determined from doing a little bit of analysis. This thing is $1,500 until September 30th. That's like a pre-order special price thing, and then the full MSRP is going to be $1,699. This is $1,700. That's a lot of money. But there is a small group of collectors who spend that much on things. YOLO Park makes that $2,000+ Optimus Prime. 3-0 premium figures are like $800 to $900, sometimes $1,000. Those Prime 1 Studios statues are ridiculously expensive, and you constantly see videos of people with rooms full of this stuff. So there's a market for it. And Grimlock does something that Optimus doesn't, and that is he is displayable. Optimus is not displayable. This you can have in you can't have it in robot mode, but you can have it in dinosaur mode on a shelf, posed on display. And then you can turn it on and do all this cool stuff and then put it back in dino mode and keep it on display. And for people who have those large rooms, plenty of money to spend on something like this is perfect. But for me, you, the average people, all the people I went to TFCon with, this probably isn't for them. Because I wouldn't own this if it wasn't for Robosen sending it to me. Which, thank you again, Robosen, for sending this to me. Because it's too expensive. $1,700 is like $1 billion Canadian dollars. That is too much money for me. It's clearly worth the price. You can clearly see where all the value is coming from. Like, it's got more motors, it's got so much paint, a lot of metal, there's so much like detail. This probably took years and years of refinement and engineering. So I understand why it is $1,500 to $1,700. But it's still very expensive. You don't need as much room for this thing to work as you did Prime, so if you don't have a big enough space, you can still use it, which I like. I like how they've taken the things they learned from the Optimus and applied it here very well to make a product that I actually think is very cool, because I didn't like that Prime. But it still has that caveat of it being very expensive. But that's my look at Robosen's new Grimlock. Thank you again to Robosen for sending it my way. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.